Hi guys, today I'll be answering topic A, which talks about the use of antibiotics and poses some interesting hypothetical questions around it. So, part 1 of the question talks about how when we use antibiotics, we in a small way contribute to an increased number of bacteria. The term that economists use to describe antibiotic use would be a negative externality. To put it simply, a negative externality is a cost that people or businesses impose on an outside bystander, and the group inflicting this harm does not have to bear the full cost of their actions. This cost being called the external cost. Some examples of negative externalities we see in the real world include air pollution by factories and planes. So after defining negative externalities, I'm going to now shift gears and talk about the second part of the question, which looks at the issue that now too many people are taking antibiotics, which in turn leads to too many bacteria-resistant antibiotics. So how should we solve this issue? Well, one way to solve this is for the government to issue a corrective tax, also known as a Pigovian tax named after the economist Arthur Pigou. These corrective taxes force the individuals to internalize the external costs that a negative externality produces. So what this would look like is that if an external cost of using antibiotics was $1 per pill, people would then need to pay taxes of $1 per pill that they use. There's also another solution called the command and control policy, which basically says that individuals are only allowed to produce a certain amount of externality. So in our case, we could arbitrarily say 20 pills of antibiotics per year for each person being the limit that they can consume. This sort of approach is not that realistic, as some people require more than 20 pills to live. So this again leaves us with the corrective tax approach. Another reason the corrective tax approach is better is because it encourages people to use less antibiotics instead of just meeting a threshold. For example, the corrective tax might encourage people to maybe wear masks or, when they have cuts, use a band-aid in order to not let bacteria in. So that's the end of the problem set, and thanks for listening.